We are live and direct from the Football Nerds Network Metaspace. As you can see, Coach Anderson is in orbit as we speak. So we got Coach Ross O'Hanlon with us today, who is a Football Nerds Network founding member. He is a receivers coach and track coach at Fort Bend Hightower. Is that correct?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. And we got Coach. Hey, let's do it. We got Coach Rashad Anderson, who is the offensive coordinator and head basketball coach for the Freer Buckaroos. We got Coach Jerel Watkins, who is the offensive line coach down at Franklin High School in El Paso, Texas. And we got Coach Collin Avery, who is the safeties coach and wrestling coach at Prosper Rock Hills. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
That didn't really tell me anything, but okay, I appreciate you. So we coming in hot. We had an episode that we had done. It was a great episode. We had one of our other founder members, Coach Q Jones, in there, and somebody didn't hit the record button. And I'm not going to say who that somebody was, but he might be bald and he might be black and he might be big. Just so you know what I mean? So it probably was Jerel. But anyway, we're going to open up our discussion today with the THSCA ROCK Program. So we have the benefit of having two ROCK Program members here with us. I remember being, my first year coaching, and really every year I've been coaching, I remember seeing, ROCK Program, and brand ambassadors for THSCA, which is Texas High School Coaches Association. And, as an outsider looking in, I 100% was like out of the loop of what the ROCK Program meant, what being a brand ambassador meant, and all of, the things that come with that. So to start off, we'll start with Coach O'Hanlon. What is the THSCA ROCK Program?
So the ROCK Program, it stands for Rare, Outstanding, Compelled, Knowledgeable, and it's a program for coaches within their first 5 years to make those connections, because that can be really hard to do, and help you have a mentor. So you each get partnered up with a mentor who's been doing it for a while. Mine is actually my rival now at Fort Bend Ridgepoint, Rick LaFavors. He's been an AD head football coach for a while. He played college, I want to say at Oklahoma. I can't remember for sure, but just gives you someone to kind of bounce ideas off of. And then I think personally the best part about it is you get to make connections with other young coaches who are going to continue to be in it. And that's how me and Rashad linked up. That's how we met. And he's, our class president, because he can literally, he could talk to a wall and be like, hey, man, I need $500. And that wall would be like, I don't know. And then by the time he finished that 10-minute conversation, he gonna get money from a wall somehow. But it's a great way to connect. There's a lot of different people, but that's the biggest thing. And they always say it's not what you know, it's not who you know, it's who knows you. And it gives you that opportunity to get to be in front of these big names and these important faces and get to meet them and connect with them and see that they're coaches just like you, they're people just like you.
Coach Anderson, from your perspective, what is the ROCK Program?
To me, the ROCK Program is the greatest networking tool that we have in the association. When you put it like this, right? So when Ross and I got into it, we were a class of 75, right? So you have 75 coaches and 75 mentors. That's 150, right? There's 150, let's just say, new people that you've never met before. And all of these people are in your presence. You're in the same room. You can literally walk up to anybody here, shake their hand, talk to them, have a conversation with them. And that's not including the people that are in charge, like Joe Martin and Libby Pacheco and Brian Polk, and those names there. And also the people who presented, right? So now you have access to all of these people. And that was when we were mentees. We went back this past year as advocates. And so now that was another 50 mentees, another 50 mentors, plus more presenters. So in 2 years, let's just say that's 250 people that we've just been exposed to, being able to talk to and network with, shake hands, exchange information with. You know what I'm saying? So the ROCK program to me is like one of the greatest networking tools that we have in the association. And then, and the crazy part is, since we got into the ROCK program, Ross and I have kind of been on the same exact path. We've both been mentees, then we both got to be advocates, and we both got invited to be ambassadors. And that's another, networking tool, networking piece, being able to promote the association with other coaches and get people who have not been associated with the association, get them involved into it as well.
Okay. Now, what exactly is a brand ambassador, Coach Anderson?
So basically what we do is, like Vice President said, man, I can talk to anybody. I can, I can sell salt to a slug, you know what I'm saying? So a brand ambassador, when they ask me, is really because, one, I know a lot of people and I have a large following on Twitter, right? And so what we're doing is we're using social media to get THSCA out there. And so as a brand ambassador, they send us a spreadsheet, and on the spreadsheet, you have tasks that you have to do for the month. And the most recent one was talking about registration before it went up, right, Ross?
Yep.
Yeah, so we had to, hey, reminder, register before the price goes up, register. And so now that we are past that point of registration, now we're talking about, okay, hey, make sure you get there early. You can now go on Saturday and print your badge and this and that. So it's stuff that the association wants to blast out. We are also one of those vessels to help blast that out. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, being a brand ambassador, you just kind of piggybacking and giving out information, what the association wants. We're essentially like the 12 disciples, you know what I'm saying? So, Jesus told his stories and told them to go out and spread the word. That's what we doing, man.
Which disciple are you?
I'm not Judas.
Hey, John Jacob Jingle Harvest, man. His man is my name too. You know what I mean? As long as you ain't Judas, I'm good.
I ain't Judas.
So Coach O'Hanlon, how does one join the ROCK program?
Yeah, so you got to get nominated for it. I know certain organizations, Texas A&M has a certain number. Each region has a certain number that they automatically get in. And then after that, it's nominations across the state from different people. The biggest thing that I would say if you want to get nominated is communicate, because I remember when I got nominated, it was through Texas A&M. I knew Mike Thornton. And when I was in college, they had just started the program that became the ROCK program. And they're like, hey, you should join. I was like, why? And they said, we'll help you get a job. And I was like, I have a job. So I didn't join at the time. But then later on, he was a professor of mine. He reached out to me and was like, hey, would you be interested in this? I was like, absolutely. I tried to get it before. My buddy nominated me, didn't get it. And then so when I got nominated through there, I got it. And I talked to my athletic director. He's like, man, I didn't even know you'd be interested in that because you never said anything. And I was like, that's a good point. And that was kind of a learning lesson for me that has helped me going forward too. Like, you need to voice what you want and what you need. You need to know, like, hey, here's my aspirations. But it comes down to, again, who you know. I knew the right person. I got lucky that he thought of me and remembered me and recommended me for it. And it's awesome. Just all the connections. And I want to touch on the brand ambassador too. You're getting these followers and people seeing your stuff. I think I've probably got like 50, 75 new followers just because I see a coach, I follow him. Or I see brand ambassador, I follow them. Or I see ROCK, I follow them, and they follow me back. That's one of the best things about coaches is we're going to follow each other back. Like, we're like, okay, I want to see what you're doing too, and you got some cool stuff. But again, just voicing that, hey, I do want to do this, and people around you will probably know the right person or have the right connections to get you into that program and help you out.
What is something for someone who is wanting to join? What is something that You know, what is one pro and one con you could say of being a part of the program?
I don't think there's a con.
No cons?
I don't think there's a con at all. I think the pro is, like I just said, man, the ability to network with a bunch of people. And then what Ross just said, he gained about 50, 60 followers just on Twitter. I mean, I'm the same way. I see Rock Program, Rock Mentor, Mentee, whatever, I'm going to follow you. So networking, not just on social media, but also in person. Like, I guarantee you, next weekend, it's going to be jumping. Just because now you can finally meet these people in person, among some other stuff. But I'm talking, professional. It's going to be jumping.
We Christians in here.
Jesus turned water into wine.
I believe that was alone. So Hanley.
Yeah, definitely pro is the networking. I'll never forget. Last year at coaching school, I was, when you're in the Rock program, you're staying with the Rocks and you're separate from your other coaches. So it's like, oh my gosh, what do I do when it's that time to go do stuff? And I'm trying to find them and they're all over this place. And then Kagan, she was like, hey, some Rocks are hanging out over this place, and she's like, come on. And I was like, all right, cool. And I came over there, and it wasn't just Rocks from my class, it was previous Rocks and other people that they knew. And I made a lot of connections just through that one night of getting to hang out with 4, 5, 6, 7 other people. It's like, oh, now I know this person. And I may not have their number, but I can see them and talk to them, catch up with them. I would say the only con is if you're not a talker and if you're not social, it's not for you. But if you're not a talker and you're not social, coaching is probably not for you either, right? So it kind of like, it can kind of help weed out a little bit, I guess you could say. But you're not going to get nominated if you're not top of the top. I mean, I think I was like bottom of the top, like dead last, and Rashad was like at the very, very top. But if someone doesn't see something special in you, you're not gonna be nominated.
Also, since the last time since the lost episode, they actually just put out a new correspondence, 2 days ago? Something like that.
Yeah.
And what it is at coaching school, they're gonna do a Rock alumni luncheon. So they invited all the Rocks from all of the classes, plus the current class, to come and have lunch together at coaching school, which is going to be pretty cool.
And was it 5 or 6 years? I can't remember.
The first class was 22, maybe?
Oh, was it 22? Okay.
Something like that. I don't
So
remember.
still 3 or 4 years. Like, again,
Yeah.
That just goes to your point earlier. That's 50 people per. And then if the mentors show up too, like you could meet up to 300-400 more people you don't know.
Just in one setting.
Yeah.
Granted, I probably already know them, but that's neither here nor there.
True.
And my question is, how does a young coach make himself presentable to be a part of the Rock program? Because some guys are, if you're a young coach, you're probably just getting into your field and probably not that comfortable. But like, how do I make myself presentable to my coach, and without just asking, like showing the right traits? Like, if you can give me 3 traits of what I need to be a part of the Rock program to be nominated, what is that?
I think the first step is actually showing interest that you want to be in it, right? You got to have a sit down conversation, be like, coach, this is something I want to do. That'll be the first thing. And your coach is Torres, Marcus, right?
Ruben, my bad. Ruben. His big brother's Mark. Yep.
Yeah. So and his brother having ties into it, he'll probably be open to doing so. So I would say, 1, putting your head down and grinding and going and talking to him, expressing that this is something you want to do, and also express if you have higher aspirations, that's something that you want to do. And then just bringing the juice every day at practice or every day in the building. just make it known like this is what you want to do, and you just some traits just having the juice to go about the day, whether it's in the field house or in the school building.
Moving on to the next topic, coaching philosophy and program building. Okay, and we'll go around the table with this. We'll start with Coach Avery. What's something you believe about football that most coaches might disagree with?
I would say after you've been in the game for a long time, like you still don't know it all. You know what I mean? And like a lot of big time guys, they'll, it's like they beat their chest and it's like I've been a head coach for, 20 plus years or 25 plus years or whatever. And it's like, okay, but the game is really not the same as it was, really even 5 years ago, for sure 10 years ago. And so I feel like they can, always, you can always learn something, even if it's not, necessarily reinventing how you think of things, but, you can take bits and pieces from everything, even young coaches.
Yeah, I will say on the Lost episode, this was a big point of contention.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like we talked about it a lot last time, especially with not acting like you know everything. I think you look at some of the greatest coaches ever, and they're always looking to learn and reinvent and become new. And I like what you said about you can learn something from anybody, no matter how old or young they are. I remember one time I was helping put stuff up, and we had our travel bags, and I'm very meticulous about how we do stuff. And so the next year it wasn't my job, so I taught the other guy how to do it. Well, I came in there and I stacked them in the wrong order or something. And one of the coaches was like, "Oh, rookie, you messed it up." And I was like, "Rookie? Like, this is year 4 for me, dude. Like, I ain't no rookie." And he was like, oh, how old are you? And I think I was 27 at the time. And he's like, "Oh, I've been coaching since before you were born. You're a rookie until you're 30. And I was just like, oh my, like, it's not that deep, dude. And I think just being open to learn and listen. And another thing is, like, the kids that you have, what they're successful in is what you need to work towards, not what you're successful in. Like, we're coaches. We're supposed to be able to be adaptable and learn and move forward and progress and make changes. And so we need to see, like, okay, this group, they're not going to be air raid. They might be slot T guys, even though that's ugly to look at and nobody likes a slot T and it's disgusting. I worked in the slot T, so I can say that. But figuring out what offense works best for your kids. I'll never forget when I was in school, we ran the wing T, we ran pro, we went to like kind of a spread. And then by my time we were juniors, seniors, they were like, all right, pro I formation, that's what we're running. And we had a lot of success with it our junior and senior year because that's what worked best for us. And then the next year they switched the offense again because that's what worked best for them. And then they switched it up again. And it's similar, and you can still do what you want to do as a coach, but you're making it fit your kids.
I 100% agree with both of your sentiments on that. Coach Anderson?
If I recall correctly, I think on the Loft episode, I think my answer was quarterbacks not taking under center snaps. Right. I think when you're in this profession, no matter how much you love spread, no matter how much you love throwing the ball around, no matter how, the quarterback has to learn how to take a snap under center. You never know when you're going to need it. It would suck that you won a game or you're about to win the game, but you need one more snap. And you just happen to be, let's say the ball is on your 5-yard line and you've been in shotgun all game, but it should be victory formation. And now you need to win the game, right? So you're going to be in shotgun on your goal line and have to take a knee. That don't make no sense. Get your ass under center, snap the ball under center, take a knee right there. Okay, I think that is a lost art in the game. Not enough people get under center and snap the football. And then also to piggyback up what O said, man, I think a lot of people come in, they get new jobs and be like, oh, I'm a spread guy, so this is what we're going to run without even assessing their personnel. You don't know what your kids can do until you assess them. So I think you can't really make any kind of decision until you assess your personnel. But that's just me, man. I don't know nothing. I'm just a young buck out here in the streets.
Yeah.
Young buckaroo.
Yep. I think I like that. I think that that's a major point of contention, like with system guys. Like, you know, like you're saying, you might be a slot T team and you're out there trying to run the air raid. Or you can take it back to you know, my high school when me and Coach Avery went to school at back in the early 90s. We'll get to that, Coach Rashad. Don't worry about it. We'll get to it. Back in the early 90s, right, and late 90s, early 2000s, state track championship after state track championship, rattling them off, right? And you go watch the film, and they're superior athletes, and they're running the slot T, right? And it's like, Jesus, you could do so much more with all this speed on the field, right? But it's like contention of thinking, I run a system, this is what works, this is what we do, right? But you never think outside of the box there. Coach Watkins?
Yeah, man, my deal is, I heard the coach said best, like guys who've been coaching for 20 years, truly, some don't truly grow because you did the same thing for 20 years. You did the same thing for 20 years. Like, you're not growing. Like, if you haven't switched your offense, made a change, like, you've done the same thing for 20 years. Like, you're an expert at doing the same thing for 20 years. So you have worked 20 years and have 1 year of truly experience because you did the same thing for 20 years, right? So that's only my contention. As a young coach, I personally like let the young guy cook. Like, give him a rope, let him be a cowboy, but keep it close to you. So I would like to see, that's my thing. I would like to see young guys get opportunity to cook. And I'm in El Paso, and it's an older coaches league. It's rare that the young coach get a chance, but every time they give a young coach a chance, you know, Julio, right? He's one of the young coaches we have, and he's been the most successful coach. Yeah, Coach Lopez. He's been one of the most successful coaches in El Paso because he's a young guy. He brings the energy. He could talk to the young guys. He can speak that lingo. He probably listen to a little NBA young boy, whatever they listen to now, because he could match that energy that these young kids need, right? But like, I think sometimes we get pigeonholed on the easy answer or the nice shut up is, hey, I've been doing this for 20 years, young pup. We've been doing this for 20 years this way. Yeah, I know a lot of people been doing stuff for 20 years, been doing it bad. Like, it don't matter. Like, you've been doing it for 20 years. Like, maybe you should expand your horizons and continue to learn. Like, right? Like, even like the great Rosa Parks even said at her age of 80 that she didn't know everything about civil rights. Like, she said that. Like, and she was a pioneer of the thing. You know what I mean? So to understand, there's always room to grow. For young guys, for sure, because we're the young dudes in the room, but also for older guys to grow also. Like, the times have changed. We like, a car that was built 20 years ago, the technology we got in the car now is completely different, right? Like, it's just different. Like, it's okay to adapt. It's okay, right? I'm not saying you got to switch your whole offense, but be open to adapting. And also, I understand a young guy being in the room, also be okay with somebody telling you no. Maybe they don't tell you it's 20 years. I've been up for some years, but like, no, we don't like that. We don't run that. Cool. So if you're a guy like me, I work out of vengeance. So when you tell me no, I'm going to double down and I'm going to go learn it and study it. And when I get my chance to do it, I'm going to do it loud. All right. That's just me. So you tell me no.
Say what you really want to say. You're going to do it against them, beat them by 50. They're going to get fired, and then they're going to have to come talk to you to get another job. And then
you ain't going to talk to me. I'm trying. I'll let you know now. I become a head coach. I got a homeboy out there where I know who he is. And I hope whatever team he going, he can go be playing ball in Alaska. I'm going to go I'm fundraising for 2 years to go to Alaska, and I'm trying to get him fired out of Alaska. He's going to be eating well blubber for 2 months and mess with me. But as I like, hey, when I played college ball, high school ball, I like to be the one that go give my friends CTE. That's just me. I want to put it on wax. I want to go hit you as hard as I can. I just feel iron sharpens iron. And It's not a nice, soft thing, right? So when I get a chance to play Wayne, he become a head coach. I'm going to try to bust Wayne ass. I'm going to try to get his administration to think twice about keeping him there as a fucking head coach. That's just me. I'm just saying.
What a hell of a friend you are.
I am. It's going to make you better.
What a hell of a friend.
It's going to make you better. If you get, in my mindset, if you get a chance to do it, you're going to do it to me. So
okay. So in moving on, do not recommend giving your friends CTE. Coach Anderson, you had a question?
Yes, sir. So kind of to go back, kind of what I said initially, right? And it came to me after the fact. To me, system guys can't coach. You can't coach and you can't develop. That's why you stay in the same system, because you can't coach and you can't develop. You just worried about the talent you have. And, if I just stay in this same system because that's what I know, you're not developing them kids.
You know what? You stay with that. That's a hot take. We coming back to that.
And
we coming back to that. Coach Avery, you had a question?
Hold on.
I'm sorry.
Let them cook.
To piggyback off what Jerel said, young guys, every time we apply for a big job, we always get denied, right? Why? Because we ain't got no experience. But then nobody want to give you experience, take a chance on you having experience. But at the end of the day, when you was in that position, somebody took a chance on you to give you experience.
Hey, we got hot takes going, baby. Hey, lost episode coming again. Hey, all right, Coach Avery, go ahead, Coach. You have a question.
Now, the other thing I was gonna say, I thought Jerel was going to this point, but he kept on talking about something else. But as young coaches, like, don't be position specific. Like, don't just be able to coach one thing. So like I said, I've been fortunate. So coming from a small school, I played literally almost every position except for O-line. And so, being well, and then going to college was pretty much the same thing. I got recruited as a receiver, ended up playing running back, and then they moved me to DB. And so, like, coaching wise, growing up, like I say this all the time, growing up, I always wanted to be an offensive guy. But it's just every time that I got a job, that job was geared or steered more towards defense. So now I'm a defensive guy, but I still have essentially that offensive background. But for people who, like, if you went to a big school and you only played DB, or you went to college and only played DB, and then you come out and then you only coach DB, well, how do you know what the D-line does? Or how do you know run game concepts or something like that? I feel like that will limit you, as well, to have success as a coach. I'll just say it like that.
Yeah, no, I agree 100% with that. Me and Coach Watkins having a conversation yesterday, weeks ago, about, while you're young, reaching out, trying to coach other positions. You know what I mean? Because Coach Anderson going off. We're going to come back in a hot take. Because you get to learn, how practices are structured. So me and Coach Watkins are both O-line guys, right? So you guys might not know this, right? Because you might have never coached O-line, but we don't get to see what a mesh looks like ever, right? We don't get to see what routes on air look like. We don't get to see what Skelly looks like. We don't get to see any of that because we are with the offensive line all the time. So if you're an offensive line coach and your goal is to become an OC, right? But you've never actually got to see mesh timing, right? So when you get to be the OC, you are new to all of it. So I think it's great to go around and try to coach as many different positions as you can. Want to get out of your comfort level. The next is to expand your game. Coach O, get with you, and then we're gonna get into Coach Anderson's hot take.
All right, yeah. I almost feel bad interrupting, but I was like, Rashad made me remember what I said on our last episode. Special teams, like, it's not practiced enough. That's one thing on my last school. I was a special teams coordinator, and it falls to the wayside because it's going to be 10 to 30 snaps, depending on how many times you're scoring, they're scoring a game. So you don't practice it as much. But that's one thing that I was like, we have to work this. And I got other coaches on board, and we got it put more into our practices and stuff. And our kids started having more success. and making sure that those are intentional reps. Because I remember, man, when I was in school working special teams, they had me on punt. I didn't want to run down there. I'll do every other special team. I don't want to run down on punt. And so I knew my mindset when I was that age, and I was like, I got to get these kids fired up. And so I remember we would throw it in right after we finish offense. We do punt, and I'm like down at the end of the field screaming, or I'm running with them screaming, like bringing as much energy as I can. And they did a great job. Like, bless those kids, because we would do a lot of quick kick too. So we'd have maybe not tackling specialists out there, and they would bust their tails and fly down there, surround the football, do a great job. But I think it's just something that, even individual skills is something that falls by the wayside. Like, yeah, you might practice your special teams, but you're not practicing those individual skills. You're saying, oh, you got to stay in your lane and do this and that. It's like, okay, but how does that look? And so being at Hightower, like, I love it. We practice every single day. We split into our offense and defense. And then at the very end, last 15 minutes, we have 3 stations, and we get to practice flying down on a punt. We do the blender drill, which is a video I put in there, and a few other drills to do with our younger guys. And a lot of it's just atavist stuff that we've either incorporated or changed a little bit, but it's teaching them spacing, because we have our offensive guys, and we added a backside pursuit angle. They don't know what that means. Like, I can put you on punt, I can put you on kickoff, but if one busts, you may not know what to do. And so getting to work those skills that you may not get to work in a walkthrough or a practice in that special teams is so important to not let it fall by the wayside.
Yeah, no, I 100% agree with that too. As a guy who has been an offensive lineman his whole life and coached offensive line, what do I know about special teams? Right, which is a very important aspect of the game, right? But right now, you're like, I would have trouble with how you line up on punt, right? Field goal, great. Field goal block, we could talk, right? Because those are the special teams that O-line, D-line coaches run for the most part. But you have to be able to know the aspects of kickoff. You have to be able to know the aspects of punt. And then not only does it have to be important as a coach's aspect, it has to be important enough for, like Coach O is saying, you got to get out there, you got to work it. Right, because it could win you a game. It really could, right? Now, this is a hot take. This is a hot take moment. So, with a hot take moment, I want hot mics. I want everybody mic on right now, because I want you to be able to contend with anything that anybody is saying. Let's get it. Go ahead, Coach Anderson. Turn that mic on. Turn up Watkins.
To me, I think if you're a system guy, you're stuck in your system, you're stuck in your ways, you can't coach, you can't develop. And what Watt said earlier, you're not adaptable. That also tells me that you're not intentional about learning other offenses. So to me, system guys can't coach.
Are you saying guys that only run one system, or guys that are content on running a system that fits their guys?
No, guys that only run one system. So I come into a new school, right? And I'm the OC at a new school.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm already saying, oh, I'm running this. I'm running spread. I'm running spread. I'm running spread. And it's no knock on spread. It's just, that's just the first thing that came to my mind. But I'm running spread without even seeing a personnel yet. So how do you know if you can run spread? What if you ain't got no damn quarterback?
Okay.
You ain't got to throw the damn ball.
Now, is this directed towards spread guys, air raid guys, slot T mafia guys, all of them? Anybody can get it?
Anybody can get it. The smoke is rated E for everyone. It ain't my fault that you didn't try to learn another offense. It's not my fault. It's not my fault you can't adapt. That's not my fault.
So this is what I'm going to say, and I'll let everybody say what they got to say. This is what I'm going to say to that. I ain't going to say you can't coach.
I will.
I'm not going to say you can't coach. What I'm going to say is you're probably not adaptable, but I look at different situations too. Like if you look at small schools for the most part, right? What do you see a lot, especially in South Texas? What do you see a lot of?
Slot T.
They're going to be slot T, right? Okay. but and I would say, coach down there at what was that, Kennedy?
That was at Kennedy. We were.
He got
It
that
was fun
Bobcat stomp
coaching.
before.
It was fun coaching slot T there because, oh my gosh, that O-line we had those 2 years I was there, they were nasty and they worked hard. But as far as watching it, oh God, it hurts my eyes. When it's good, all right. But when it's, all right, 1 yard, no yards, punt, okay, this is boring. And I can't do it. I can't do it.
I will say this though. Those programs who are known for certain offenses and don't deviate from it because that's their tradition, I think that's different. Like Liberty Hill, right? They're gonna run slot T. And if you don't come in knowing slot T, you're not gonna get the job. That's just their tradition. I'm talking about the guys that go school to school and just run the same thing when you don't have the guys to run that thing.
So
my question for you.
Go ahead. You keep your mic hot, coach.
Yeah. When you get in the room though, you say you don't go. Like, how you gonna go in there? And you got to go in there with a system, because how much time you got to evaluate talent? Like, if So
you go in there with a system, right? I'm gonna go in there.
But then be adaptable, be open.
Yes, you got to be open-minded. I can't go in somewhere and just be like, "This is what we're running."
No matter what happened, we running this.
Yeah, you can't do that because you don't know what the kids can do yet.
Gotcha. Agreed.
But what if your system just worked though? like listen. Let's take it to that's we could take it to slot T. I'm in agreement with Coach O. I respect slot T 100%. I never want to run it. It's boring to me. It's I don't really want to watch it. Period. You play slot T system team. It's a boring game, right? I also don't want to watch you throw the ball 70 times a game either, right?
Yeah.
So that's not just a slot T thing. That's an air raid thing too. I think there's way too much air raid teams out here. But what if your system works, right? And all you need is the guys you need a special guy to make it great. Why not stay with the same system? Why stop what's great already?
But what if you don't got that guy?
You gotta find him. You gotta create. You gotta make him. You gotta make him.
So here's my question to you, right? So I'm not gonna say the name, right? But look at your shirt, right? You know what your shirt say?
It say something.
Okay. So the guy back there, what happens if he goes down?
Woo! Barbecue chicken.
You know what I'm saying? So what if I took that job as an OC and I'm coming in and I'm like, oh, I got this cat, I have this system, this is what we running. And as soon as I get there, he transferred. Then what?
You gotta develop. So this is my thought process on why systems sometimes work. If you are a system guy, you should know what position group or several position groups makes your system go, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, so if that's your scheme, that's what you do, right? Then you should know how to not just evaluate, but how to develop guys to fit within your system, right? So I think the main thing is I'm mostly speaking on slot T, wing T guys. Those guys run a system because they don't have the guy, right? Whereas I feel like air raid, you kind of need to have a guy. Well, maybe not, right? Because I graduated high school in 2009. The year previous, huh? What'd you say? You don't want none. I graduated 2009. The previous year before that, my high school we was ranked #1 in the state. We were really freaking good. Coach Avery played on that team, and we lost in the 4th round to Rice Consolidated. Rice Consolidated goes on to play Elysian Fields. Elysian Fields kills Rice Consolidated. And Elysian Fields has the better team. Now, do I think we were better? Yes, but we had some circumstances that happened during the game where we didn't win. But Elysian Fields is way better than Canadian on paper. Way better. And Canadian comes out there for the first time in air raid, and they don't know what to do with it, right? And then Canadian rattles off how many championships running the air raid.
Mm-hmm.
Do they have a great quarterback? Ever? Is he ever great?
They got a guy that'll get them through a game.
Guy that'll get them through a game and a great system. It works for them.
Yeah.
Right?
Comes down to, can you coach within that system?
That's what I think.
Can you teach this guy and that guy, hey, you need to hit here. Here's a safe pass. Here's a safe whatever. Like, teach them how to work within the system and not just blindly throw the system out there. But that's coaching. And if you don't do that coaching, yeah, you're right.
You can coach.
But if you do the coaching, yeah.
So then let's take it another way, right? So if I'm a slot T guy, a wing T guy, one of them damn T's, right? And I go to a place like Hightower. But and that's my system. But that's my system.
Don't do that.
Yeah,
and don't do that. Hightower, and I try to convert them from air raid and spread to running one of the T's.
You go get teed up and kicked out.
Yeah, you ain't gonna get hired in the first place. But it comes down to I still think it comes down to how you coach it. I mean, it doesn't make you a bad coach just because you have maybe the wrong system for the kids you have. It just means you're pretty dang hard-headed. I mean, we're coaches pretty hard-headed.
And I'm not adaptable to tailoring the offense to those kinds of kids.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
that doesn't make you a bad coach. You can still be a good coach and coach that system.
Okay, you've been quiet. Let me hear what you got.
I mean, I agree to an extent, but I think it's kind of a little too much with the can't coach. I mean, we just talked about this the other day with Chip Kelly, and when he went to the Eagles and how that experiment didn't work. And now granted he didn't really win a college championship, but I mean he had success. He could really put Oregon on the map. And so, can Chip Kelly not coach? Because that's his system and that's what he believed in. I wouldn't necessarily say that, but I'll just say I agree, but I also disagree.
Hey, help me and Coach Avery clear up an argument we was having. We got all offensive guys in here, right?
Yeah.
Chip Kelly an air raid guy, or is he a spread the run guy?
Spread the run.
Yeah, I think spread the run.
It don't matter. He can't beat Georgia, so it don't matter.
I just wanted to make sure I wasn't crazy because I thought he was a spread the run guy myself.
Yeah, I mean, you can't not look at all those dang running backs that came out of there and not go, oh, that's probably what it was. But I mean, you watch it they throw it around, but
there's not too many just straight
and running quarterbacks.
Yes, yeah.
Another question we had was, name me an air raid team that ever won anything.
You could name. I named one. Texas Tech beat Texas, and that was their Super Bowl.
Yes,
that was a good game. That was a good game.
It was a great game. Great game. Never known them to win anything.
I was a Red Raider for one night. Oh, it was great.
I mean, if you're talking collegiately, yeah, because you got defenses to match up with those guys. High school, I mean, we can talk about the Duncanvilles, the North Shores, the Westlakes.
Those ain't air raid teams, though.
You don't think so?
No.
Duncanville this previous year, you can argue that one, but the year before that, they had a freaking LSU running back that was killing everybody on track.
Yeah, but they also had D1 receivers.
I know they had a D1 quarterback, D1 receiver, but the year before that, they had a running back. They put it on the ground.
But you're never gonna be successful in the air raid unless you have a running back, though. So
they
have to have some fear.
Yeah, you have to be able to. Now, Are they pure air raid where they're throwing the ball the whole time? No, they're more balanced, but it's still air raid. They're still throwing that bitch around.
That's what I was referring to with THSCA. I don't mean like, you know, when I think of air raid, it's like, you know, 4 wide, 5 wide, but you still run it, you know, 20 times a game. Like not a 70, 80 throwing. Like that's
sound like run to shoot to me then. Run to shoot.
I mean,
to me, air raid is the granddaddy, and all this other shit is right up under it, and it's all the same stuff.
See, I look at it the opposite. To me, spread is the popper, and everything else come up underneath that.
Spread and air raid to me is the same shit.
See, I don't see that way. So
what's spread to you?
To me, spread is just is spreading the field. Now, whether or not I want to throw the ball or run it, right? Like to me, air raid is we're a pass team. Spread is saying let's get everybody spread out because I got athletes and I want to make my athletes get one-on-one with somebody in space and see if they can make a miss.
Well, I think they work together because I don't think you can be air raid without being spread.
Okay, I agree.
You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
You can't, because how am I going to throw it out of tight formations if I want my guys in space? They all going to end up in the same to me. So to me, they work synonymously.
I agree. Yeah, I agree with that. Yep. Good old hot take Friday, baby. Okay. That took up a lot of time.
We got Rashad A.
We got what?
Ain't no Stephen A. It's Rashad A.
Rashad A.
Yeah.
To have the unmitigated gall to sit there and say the system coaches can't coach. I got one more hot take.
All right.
We could do it now. We could go move on. I can get to it later. Y'all want to do it
No,
now?
we might as well do it now.
All right. This is another argument me and Coach Avery was having. All right. Not really an argument, but offense versus defense. All right. You tell me what your philosophy is, because we having this conversation, right? And we ain't gonna name no teams or anything, right? We'll be respectful. But if you have a high volume offense, right, and y'all put points on the board, okay, and y'all lose the game, as an offensive coach, Coach O, do you say it's the defense's fault y'all lost the game, or y'all didn't put up enough points?
I mean, at the end of the day, like, you got to take responsibility. Like, you got to do your job. I mean, you're a team, and there's no pointing fingers and stuff. Like, you got to be like, hey, we had to score more points. Like, that's the nature of the game. There's going to be times where you don't score any points, and your defense scores points for you. Like, I'm not really at blame. Like, yeah, you know, you're always kind of like, man, if we would have had this or that. But, I mean, there might have been a drive you stalled out on, and that was the one score you need. Like, you score 9 out of 10 times, well, shoot, you should have scored 10 out of 10 times. Like, that's on you. Like, you control what you can control and do what you can for your team. I mean, that falls on the offense.
Coach Anderson?
Hey, man, so if you score 56 points, do you expect to win the game?
Yeah, obviously, but I mean, you're not always gonna be.
If
like,
you score 56, you expect you to win the game. Well, I was in the game.
Have a solid defense, an amazing offense, and you go up against a team that's the exact same thing. Solid defense, amazing offense. Like, it almost becomes offense versus offense right there. Like, you have to outduel them.
So I was in the game a couple years ago, and the final score was 59-56. And we barely won. So if I'm the other team, I'm like, damn, we put up 56 and didn't win. So I look at it from both sides, right? Offense probably should have scored more, but defense got to stop some damn body. You know what I'm saying? My favorite football team is the Atlanta Falcons. What are we known for?
Losing.
Not winning anything.
28-3, right? So if we look at it from that perspective, is it the offense's fault that they lost the game after being up 25, or is it on the defense for giving up that many points? You know what I'm saying?
Let me throw something in there.
Go ahead.
is it special teams' fault for not taking one back to the house or blocking a kick?
Yeah.
You said it's their fault?
No.
Is it? You know, like
No,
I
it's
mean,
not.
Yeah.
it's
Well,
3 phases.
yeah, it's 3 phases in the game. I get what O's saying, right? So was there a special teams blunder in there somewhere? Because the game I'm talking about where we won 59-56, they missed the game-winning field goal.
But that's the game, though. That's what I'm saying. Like, at the end of the day, right, you got a football team. You've evaluated your football team, right? Now, whether your offense is super high-powered and your defense is not great, you already know that going into the game, right? So if you go in the game saying, defense, give me 2 stops and we'll win the game.
Wait, are we looking at it from head coaching standpoint or we're coordinators? Because that's also a different. Because coordinators probably blame each other. Head coaches have to look at it objectively.
Well, so you pick, right?
I'm
looking
at
at
it
it.
as a head coach. I'm gonna say we all suck. Because ain't no way we put up 56 and lose this damn game.
Okay. So let me say this. We won a game 72-65, I think. Right? Not one time during that game did I say, and this is no slander on anyone, because we were kind of just, we're below the pedal, you know what I'm saying, defensively on this team. Right? We know we don't have the guys over there. When we go back at halftime and we're down by freaking 2 scores and we got 30 points and they got 50, or I'm sorry, we got 40, they got 50 points at halftime, right? You go, damn, they scored 50 points in a half. But never once did I go, the defense got to stop somebody, right? I'm thinking, what can we do? What can we do to put more points on the board? Number one. The next thing is, defense, can you please just get us 2 stops and we'll figure out how to get it. But I'm not like, the defense is terrible. Like, we don't win. We don't win because the defense is terrible. Like, I don't see it like that. I 100%. Jerel, you ain't got to raise your hand, dog. You can hop on anytime right now. It's Hot Take Wednesday, baby, and it's Friday.
Hey, in my personal opinion, once I get the title OC, I think my job as an OC is to have one more point than the team across from me. That's my mentality. Yeah, like as the good book say, man, I understand the prayer of serenity, control you control. I'm the OC, I gotta score points. Now I can't control, I'm not the DC, my job is score points.
Control what you can control. And maybe that's an offensive lineman thing too, because we only can control what we can control, right? And that's kind of what we teach our, like I teach it. I'm sure Coach Watkins teaches the same thing. Like we can't control what the defense does.
Nope.
We can't control what the quarterback does. We can't control who fumbles and none of that. We just got to do what we do.
Like if you watch me as an O-line coach, I lose my mind if I see an O-line guy say, throw the ball. Hey, shut up and do your job, dog. Like, shut up. Do your job. Did you block? Did you get a pancake on every play? Shut up and do your job. I snatch kids out of games for stuff like that. Shut up.
Right.
If you ain't got nothing nice to say to the quarter, shut up and do your job. Because you have not executed every block to perfection. Shut up and do your job.
Yep, that's a good way to get me ticked off. Is for an offensive lineman to be like, "Well, if he was faster, like if you shut up,
300 pounds, you build like a lunch lady. Shut up, shut up. Your body don't even know you got hamstring. That's how slow you are. Shut up.
He built like a Tia holding a Modelo.
Bro, feel like a female truck driver. Shut up. Shut up. You big. You wide in every category. If you was a young man though, your pants size is husky. Shut up. Like, how are you talking, man?
Hey, real quick story on Husky, dog. When I was 18, I had a home economics class, dog, and the substitute teacher. Remember Miss Long? Not Miss Long. Miss Anyway, this old woman called me Husky, dog. I ain't never been so embarrassed in my life.
You in high school?
She said, "Come on, Husky."
You in high school?
I said, "High school."
Hey, that's 2025 word for thick. Come here,
right, look, but the way she said it, I felt like she was trying to holler.
Ooh, I'm gonna get him with this one. Come here, Thundercat, with your husky self. Hey, she trying to get you.
She's gonna bake you some cookies.
Yes. Yeah, I would have got him too. That would have got him. Ooh, chocolate chip. Ooh, I would have got his ass. That boy be on the news.
Yeah, I hate when people.
David, go
say
ahead,
something.
man. What you got to say?
I hate when people. Oh, go ahead.
I'll just try to. I'll put it like this. All right. If the offense comes out and scores, 28 or 35 points a game, I expect to win the game.
As a defensive coach.
As a defensive coach. All right. If you come out and you score, 14 points, like I said, with the averages, a good defense nowadays is giving up about 20 points a game. Like exceptional defenses is probably like 14 to 17. But I mean, if you give up, I feel like if you give up less than a touchdown per quarter, then you're doing something good. All right. And as an offenses, I feel like you should score at least one touchdown per quarter. Okay. I'm just a defensive guy, but that's just my philosophy when I go in the game. So
don't get into that.
So if the defense averages, giving up 20 points a game and the offense, scores 14, then at the end of the day, I'm gonna say if we had a little more help, then we could have won more games.
Why don't y'all just stop them more?
Hey, I'm gonna give you a scenario. This is us last year at home, playing a team that probably won 2 games in all of district. And we score end up being 42-46. We're in the fourth quarter. We're marching the ball down on offense. Running back accidentally goes out of bounds, stops the clock. He popped like a 30-yard run. We're like on the 25. He gets down to 4th and 1. Right? We're on the 25. It's like legitimately 40 seconds left in the game. We go for it on 4th and 1 and get stuffed. They took 40 seconds down the field and marched and threw a back shoulder fade for a touchdown. They marched it all the way down to the 30. Back shoulder fade, touchdown, won the game. Who do you blame for the loss?
Go ahead, Coach Anderson.
I blame the offense for not getting under center and running fucking quarterback sneak on 4th and 1.
That's the play we ran and we got stuffed. So, yeah, we got stuffed. I'm just saying, like in that scenario, I still blame the offense. We scored 42 points. Like, and they had our number on defense. Like this guy, trash team, but they were dotting us up all the way down the field. All they ran was shoot the whole time. They run out of doubles. Guy runs a freaking go. Guy runs a out. And they just kept throwing it. We never covered out. And they marched down the field with 40 seconds and threw it back. And I agree. Like I blame my offensive line. But in your theory of that, we hit your markers. We scored 35. Scored 35. But at the end of the day, you got 40 seconds, no timeouts. They go from the 20, they go 75 yards with 40 seconds. Is this Tom Brady?
That's on the defense.
I'm saying, but the argument can go both ways. I blame my offensive line.
For sure.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Like it's kind of like the system quarterback hot take. Like it depends on what side of the ball you on and who. Like me, I will always blame us. Like no way that I got one of the 4th-ranked best offensive lines in 5 and 6A football and we can't get 1 yard.
For sure.
No way I draw it up any day of the week that we can't get 1. I got 2 D1 tackles. I got 2 300-pound guards. Figure it out.
Yeah. I mean, as you look at it the same, if you get blowed out, who fault is it?
Shit, the offense.
You couldn't score, couldn't stop nobody.
That's the offense.
I'm gonna say, in my opinion, it probably is more the offense because you probably put the defense in more bad positions than they needed to be.
You probably running what? You probably running on the system, Rashad. We going hurry up, air raid, incomplete, turn it over.
Yeah. What I tell you about that?
Incomplete. Now your guys done played. I'm not even talking about snaps. I'm talking about your defense been on the field 30, 40, 15 minutes, and they
no
just
break.
gas.
Because soon as goddamn they sit down, they
gas.
Business. Yeah. And then I'll say, because this is pretty much how I started doing at my previous school, and then kind of how we do it at my new school, but it's more of points per possession possession versus points per game, because points per game can get inflated, especially when you know 3-and-out punt, or even the offense gives up a pick six or a special team touchdown. It still at the end of the day goes on your defensive points per game. So it can kind of be inflated like that. So points per possession is a more accurate description of playing good defense.
Yeah.
But like I said, I'm not in the game. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna say it's the offensive fault, whatever. But because at the end of the day, we are a team. And so I feel like, boom, if we go down, for instance, in the game that you just talked about, y'all go down and get stuffed on 4th and 1 or whatever. Me as a defensive coach, my mindset is we finna win the game. Like, we not about to give this up.
75 yards in 40 seconds, marched it.
So that right, I'm blaming the defense for that. One, we gave up all the points, but two, you had a chance to win the game and you couldn't stop.
What is a concept that you think is overhyped in high school football and one that's underutilized? And I'll go first. I'll go first with this. All right. Overhyped, I think we've already talked about it, the air raid. Like, I know it's not a concept, it's not a concept per se, it's a system, but I think it's overhyped. I think, in my opinion, and this is not just because I'm an offensive line guy, because when I first started calling offense, I tossed the ball all around the place. They bought me a damn visor and called me Air Frazier, right? Because I love to look at it, right? I want to see a guy play it. What'd you say?
So that sun was beaming on that bald head.
That's all right. I know somebody like it. Anyway. So, but I 100% think the air raid is overhyped. And then underutilized, like, I think GT, any type of gap is underutilized. Like, I think you can run an entire offense just running straight gap scheme. I think everybody's inside zone, outside zone. And I love Y zone. Y zone is probably my second favorite concept, but everyone's zone crazy, right? I think gap scheme is the easiest thing for an offensive line. And I think if you really look down to what makes great football teams, it's, are you utilizing your offensive line properly? Now, if you have a great one, right, but can you do what they can do on a consistent basis?
That part is huge, man. So look, I'm just gonna pivot off what you said. Like, you're an O-line guy. Like, you say gap, we go gap scheme. It's a lot of different pulls you can do. I can go open pull, skip pull, piano pull, shuffle pull, however you want. And some people live their life on, you have to pull this way. Do you?
Right? They can't coach.
Like you need to, sometimes if your guys are advanced, like, you need to be able to let them do what they're good at. So I figured out my guys can all skip pull pretty well. Even my 300-pound dude, and we skip pulling on wise. I'm like, it's just, you got to be able to analyze your room effectively. And I think a lot of people suffered that. I think at every level people suffered that. I think RG3 should have eventually been a Super Bowl quarterback if they would have analyzed him better. He not running the ball every freaking play. You know what I mean? That's just my opinion, right? I think you got to be able to analyze your room. And I think a lot of guys don't spend the time and the intricacies to figure out what are they good at. What are my guys good at? I know that you could open up, pull, and go crazy, but what are your guys good at? And then you got to give it a chart and chart and put some data behind it to support your answer. And that's what a lot of guys don't. We don't take that time to get intricate and get detailed, fine print, and lay down with a piece of paper and get intimate with it, really, truly, and find out what your guys are good at. And we don't take that time and analyze. Like, we just assume, well, this is how Michigan does GT. Yo, guys ain't Michigan guys. It is. Like, they not. I play D1 ball. I'm not a Michigan guy. That's why I'm sitting here coaching football. You feel me? But it's what it is. Like, you got to find out what your guys do well. And also, as a coach, you need to find out what you do well. You got to analyze yourself. Maybe you're not good at coaching. I'll tell you right now, we ran zone because I coach zone well. I coach it damn well. We ran over 3,000 yards at a back that had over 20 touchdowns because I coach wide zone and inside zone well. So I understand that I don't coach gap scheme that well. So what I did this summer, I'm studying gap scheme. I got to get better at my craft. We scream at kids, get bigger, fast, strong in the offseason. What's your goofy ass doing in the offseason? Get better. Chump. You know what I mean? That's how I feel. Like y'all talk about kids, you got to be there for the summer. What you doing in the summer?
Yeah, that boy turned up.
You going to THCA? You going to the convention? Are you getting better at your craft, or you wasting these kids' time?
Hey, this is why I love Coach Watkins, dog. He always angry at somebody.
Always. That's the only thing that motivates me.
I love it. Hey, Coach Anderson, go ahead.
Hey, go for it.
Hey man, yeah, turned up Watkins. Hey, he kind of just said what I said earlier, just in a different way. You gotta evaluate your guys and be able to know what you're doing. To me, undervalued is mesh. I don't think people use it enough. Mesh is one of them things, man. It works against zone. It works against man. And if you know how to read it, shit's gonna be deadly every time. Somebody's gonna be open. Overhyped to me, and I don't mean it negatively when I say this, but inside zone, right? That's damn near, if you come out and spread, the first play that most people are gonna run is inside zone, right? I think there are just so many other damn run schemes that can be utilized than just harping our hat on the inside zone. Just my opinion. Now, will I call inside zone? Absolutely, 1000%. But like I can tell you, my first day practice plan, inside zone is not on the first day. Power is. Power's the best player in football.
I don't disagree. I think if you're good at it, honestly, best player in football is whatever you're good at, really and truly.
Power.
But I feel like power. I feel like it's so easy to just let's get it. If you got a dog, let's get it. Go ahead, Coach Watkins. You got a question?
I would also pivot on what Rashad said. Just running variations of what you run well, right? So I can go inside zone left, right? I can go bash, go out of it. I can go inside zone left, quarterback, fake the handoff, running back, go block the D, and just give me different variation. I can go insert, we freaking lock the backside tackles. I can insert, now it's truly turn the quarterback ISO, but it looks like zone. I think what people truly don't try to find a what is it called? I'll say find a Chip Kelly way of running things, because he ran some exotic things, but it was just basic stuff. But it was just exotic because he ran at different variations. Like, and guys don't do that. A lot of guys don't get creative. I feel like we like iPad kids sometimes. Our creativity is gone. Like, we just like, okay, Miami runs this. Ohio State, who won in that? They run this. The Eagles run it. Like, bro, just try to be creative. And what's the worst that happened? It don't work. Like, you got practice for that. You'll find if it don't work if you do it in practice, but try to be creative, find different ways to attack. You could run the base stuff, but try to do it in a creative way. Because if I go zone left, we lock the backside, I'm running truly quarterback ISO, but it looks like zone up front. I can run pop pass off that too. He's bluffing that backer now, and I can throw it right behind. There's a lot of stuff you can do with it. I think the biggest thing is try to get in different variations, try to be creative too. Like, you're not recreating the wheel, but you're trying to get freaky and do things different ways that can make it more fun and entertaining for your kids, and to make practice a little more entertaining. But be creative. I think you can still run inside zone, but be creative. That's my only thing. Be creative.
I feel like people don't utilize motions enough when they're doing stuff like that either. Like motion, a slot all the way across and then snap at the tackle, so it looks like jet, but we come back inside zone the other way, whatever the case may be. People don't utilize enough motion and shifts and all of that.
Coach O?
Yeah, I'm gonna get my what I think is underutilized out of the way first, because I know Rashad A. Smith's gonna have some hot fire coming for me for my overutilized. But yeah, I think power's underutilized. I know, like, O-line talk about it, love it, but I feel like you see a lot more inside and outside zone more than anything, because it tends to be a little bit easier to coach and teach and easier for kids to understand. And I think overutilized is for verts. And I got some more backup. I've been thinking on it since the last episode. All right. And I was thinking about it just watching like these state games and other games. Like, what do teams do when they get down? Like, if you're a running team, what do you start to do when you get down? They don't always have a lot of pass concepts, but almost everybody's got 4 verts. And I remember I was going back watching a few games, and I was like, okay, they're down, they got to score quick, 4 verts. Okay, next play, 4 verts. It didn't work the first time. Let's try it a third time, 4 verts. It's like, well, if it don't work first and second time, go to something different. And I know you can run those conversions, yes, But here's the thing. If you are in an offense where you work mostly run, or, hey, you don't have a lot of variations, like at those smaller schools, you don't always have the highest IQ. I mean, not necessarily smaller schools, but any school, you may not have the highest football IQ. And so teaching them, hey, here's the routes. And also, by the way, we can do this whenever we can convert a route if you see this type of coverage. Teaching them to read that can be difficult, especially maybe if you got two-way guys, because they got to learn 2 calls for each side of the ball. Can't. I think it's I love verts. I really do, and I kind of introduced to a new way to run it each place I've been at, and so I'm like, dang, I like that. Let's add that little twist on it. But I think it's just you get trigger happy with it, and whenever you're in those moments when people use it a lot, you may teach a kid, hey, read this, and I want you to convert into this route if you see this. And you've coached that, and you've worked it, and you've practiced it, and you practice it. But at the end of the day, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18-year-old kid, they're going to go, I can run past that dude because I'm faster than him. And it's like, but no, you can't. Like, it's okay that he's 6 yards off bail coverage, and then you turn it into some type of outside or inside dig, something, and we get a first down. That's okay. But I just think it's overutilized, and no matter how much you coach it, you still got to remember you're working with teenagers who are unfortunately going to do their own thing sometimes.
So I agree. I agree with you when you say 9 times out of 10, the majority of the kids ain't outrunning nobody on the field, right? Everyone on the field, right? But if you got a guy that can go, and maybe another guy that can go a little bit too, it opens up so much more for you.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean? But I 100% agree with you. It's kind of on the same lines of why is everyone doing air raid? Verts is not a concept for everyone. I don't truly believe that. Go ahead, Coach Anderson. I know you got
I feel like another concept that's underutilized is if we're talking about verts, right? Just in the pass game, Y cross. You get the same. You get the vert look on the inside, but you're occupying the secondary on the outside. So that Y is coming across under Sam over Mike, and then he's trying to get over the safety. And if not, just bend it down. He's bucket naked. You know what I'm saying? And you take the receiver on the side he's going to and run that corner off. And if he don't run with him, then that receiver is bucket naked.
Yeah, I think I probably scored the most touchdowns on something off Y cross. Honestly, throwing the ball.
And I think too with verts, I mean, I feel like you see a lot more cover 2, cover 4 type stuff now, where it can, okay, they're in cover 2, but I got that guy going vertical. Well, I'm going vertical too, and that cover 2 turns into cover 4, and it's like, okay, I'm running 4 guys into the 4 zones almost. Unless you got some type of bend or conversion out of it too. And I think teaching your kids, hey, this is what we do when they get in those moments, unless it's like drilled into their brain that, hey, we have to do this, that they're going to think they can outrun somebody, because we all think no matter who you are, whether you're a coach, a kid, a parent, whatever, you think you're better than you are. You're like, I should be a 99 on Madden, even though you might be a 75 or whatever. Like, you're pretty good, but like everybody thinks that. That's just a human thing. Like, you think you can do more than you can.
So when I teach verts, I teach it with the benders already in it. So the first time, like when I went down there, right, the first time I introduced it, it wasn't, okay, hey, this is your landmark, you're going straight, this is your landmark, this is your landmark. No, I tell the quarterback, hey, if you want to go to this side, you're going to call this. And that tells this receiver that this is the side I'm looking to, and we're looking at the safety on that side. If you want to go this way, you're going to call this, and it's the same thing. So now the receivers know, okay, if he calls my word, I'm reading this safety, and when I get to 10, if that safety is still there, I'm going to keep going. If that safety is bailed, now I'm bending. So that's how I taught it. I never even put in that everybody is going straight.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I came in teaching it. So there should be no issues with it. And if, say, we're in a situation where it's crunch time and we got to get down the field and we decide to bend it and we catch it right there, now I got time because the chains was set. So the clock is going to stop. Now I got time to get something else in. instead of chunking it, it's either picked off or incomplete, and we're still in the same damn situation.
And I want to say too, I am not against four verts. I love four verts. It is gorgeous. It is beautiful. I'm a receiver coach. Let us go deep. Let me outrun somebody. Throw me the dang ball. But I think it's just overused. But like, I mean, if you coach it right, there's so many things you can do with it. But that comes down to time, and that's one thing that, I mean, we know as coaches, we don't always have the time because we got to work 100 different things. And so I just think using I just think it's overused because they go, okay, we can teach this, but then there's not as much variation. Like you're talking about, you got variation, how you find this and that. A lot of what you see is like, this is your landmark, like you were talking about. And I don't think it's going to be as successful whenever you don't have enough time to add that extra unless you build it in from the start, like you're saying.
Before we go to Coach Avery, I just want to say I want to put Can't Coach on the shirt. I want to put that on the shirt for real. Coach Avery, what concepts, and you're a defensive guy, right? So what concepts or schemes or whatever do you think are overutilized and one you think that's underutilized?
I mean, I don't think I really see anything that's he up now.
Good, don't we good? It's a family show.
Yeah, he up now. I can't say too many things defensively because I feel like a lot of people like I don't know. I don't really see. I don't think that I see too much stuff that's overutilized defensive wise.
You don't think cover 3 is underutilized at all in Texas?
You say underutilized?
Yes. Offensive guys, how many times y'all seen cover 3 out here?
I mean,
I'm probably finna see a whole bunch of it.
Yeah, like no, I'm like keep it G. Like I ain't seen no cover 3 at all.
Well,
but we're also in a different part of the state.
That's
Like,
what I was about to say.
Texas, like you got athletes that you can run those other coverages. Cover 3 is for teams that don't have athletes, don't have guys that are intelligent, and don't have coaches who can coach.
You said that's what cover 3 is for?
Yes, sir.
But he in the DFW.
What that mean? In the
Ooh.
DFW, they got athletes though.
That's what I'm saying.
So they can run the cover 2, cover 4, cover man up. They can run all that. They don't need cover 3.
Hey, I was in the DFW. We went 4 rounds deep. We were running cover 3 and cover 2, baby. That cover 3 was nasty.
We based at my last school. We based out of 3, pretty much based out of 3, and the 4-2-5 and the 4-3, and then we also base out of cover 3 where I'm at now. So I can't. That's why I say I can't agree to that. I mean, like I said, depending on who the kids are, especially like where I've been, that really dictates the scheme of what the defenses that we've played. And then a lot of things. So on offenses, it's pretty specific. Like even how he was describing 4 verts, it's like it's 4 verts, but essentially that's kind of like choice, right? But on defense, like cover 2 read and cover 4 is essentially like the same thing, because if you have 4 verts and cover 4, you should have a shell over the top. Well, and
what about palm?
Yeah, palm. Yeah. And then in 2 read, it's pretty much the same thing. If they both go vertical, then you drop anyway. So essentially, a lot of defensive coverages can look the same, but it's kind of different. So it's like I said, it's kind of hard to say that. But I mean, at this point on defense, I would say you either running a 4-2-5 or some kind of eye front. Like if you're running like a true 4-3, especially with the spread stuff, I mean, and RPOs and all that, is no bueno.
You're gonna get fried, boy.
So that's what I was.
Smith Valley won a state championship in the 4-3.
Smith Valley been doing the same shit for 31 years.
They beat the shit out of me doing it.
Was the 4-3 though?
Bro, listen.
Yeah, it was a 4-3.
Do you know Larry Hill? He is going to do the
Don't do that.
Don't do that. Goddamn day.
Now, okay, so a 4-3 to me is backers hip, but when you walk that backer out, then that's essentially turned into a 4-2-5. That's what I'm talking. Because that's what we did last year. Last year we technically ran a 4-3, but we walked the backers out, so it's really just a 4-2-5. But we just played with a linebacker.
I do think there is some differences to it, but for an offensive perspective, especially a guy that's a box guy, right? It don't really matter what's in the box. You know what I'm saying? Like, same thing you're saying. That guy walks out there, it's a 4-2-5, right? But their system says 4-3, right?
Yeah.
Do you have something, Coach Watkins, before we moved on?
Just from my perspective, underutilized, tackle over, underutilized, unbalanced formations, underutilized.
Goddamn offensive lineman.
Yeah, underutilized. I would like to see some more power. I like power, but I would love some power read and some motions through it. That'd be nice. And I would love to see some shovel option with power underneath that. I think that's underutilized. Like just playing with high school kids' eyes.
Hey, I'm doing that week 9. Just know that I'm gonna utilize some motion and I'm gonna shovel back power going back the other way.
And okay, well let's get into that. Week 9, Coach Rashad Anderson.
Watch party.
Week 9.
Hey, better yet, we should play back the huddle clip. Pull up the
huddle clips,
and we just watch the whole huddle film.
Oh,
I love it.
Okay, so yes, we can do that. However, if it doesn't go in my favor, we're not posting that shit.
Hey, just make a highlight video. We just play your highlights.
Low lights.
If y'all don't know what we talking about, week 9, Coach Anderson is playing me and Coach Avery's alma mater, Refugio. And let's just say the score last year was
lopsided.
It was a lot to a little, put it like that, and a whole lot to a little. And I'm a proud Bobcat. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? I don't know how many state championships we have won at this point in time, but we'll probably get one next year. And then Coach Anderson, that's my guy, right? So I want him to score, right? But he talked about scoring 80 points on Refugio. I say that's about 1,000 jobs in Texas that'll hire you. You can do that.
Well, then I guess I'll be interviewing in the spring. I don't.
Sign him up. Sign him up.
Oh man. Oh, I'm ready. Hey, watch. You got to put the huddle film on, and we get to watch the entire time, dog. You get to break down every play for us, and when it don't go your way, we'll put it as a special membership.
And we're gonna get to a point. Cut this out though. We should get to a point where if it gets bubbling, make a Patreon account. Hey, for the Patreon account, if y'all want to see this, boom, hop on there.
Coach Anderson, get that ass whooped.
Yeah,
I'm rooting for you though. I want you to score. Winning is a little different, but I'm rooting for you.
If y'all are in town at the time of coaching school, so that Saturday, y'all should definitely try to go to the Hall of Honor banquet.
How much are those tickets?
I think they only it's probably 25 to 50, somewhere in there.
Yeah, I thought it was like 50.
Something like that, but I'm gonna tell you, it's a good place to be, especially for networking. Okay, continue.
Okay. So we're going into our rapid fire section. These are lighthearted questions. We have some pretty hot takes going on, so we're gonna end on a fun note. And we'll just go, in a roundabout way, and I'll just give me your rapid fire questions. Try not to take it too much overboard, or take it too long. But if you got a tangent, get your damn tangent in, dog. We love tangents.
We need Q back.
We love tangents. All right. Start with Coach Avery. What coach, past or present, would you trade a day with?
The Red Lashley.
Who?
Red Lashley, SMU head coach.
Oh, okay.
So he went to, I'm a big Miami fan, and he basically kind of, projected us to our recent success. And then just watching his offense and the hurry up and stuff, and then just SMU hosting the clinics and all that stuff and getting around them, and then the success that SMU was having. He's big man on the block now. So
okay,
yeah,
love it. Coach Watkins.
I'm gonna switch it up from last time. I'm gonna go Andy Reid, man, an O-line guy, coached at UTEP, right? And he figured out quarterback play, man. He's a guru. He made a quarterback that I personally think from the draft he wasn't that great. He made him a god. He's the baby goat. I would love to sit down and pick his brain, man. That'd be great.
Coach O.
Man, I'm gonna stick with the same one. My boy Dan Campbell, Aggie, freaking legend, and biting off kneecaps. Just that high energy. Like I said it on the Lost Pod. Like whenever we're sitting in there, we're doing our work and we're just doing whatever paperwork or trainings or whatever. I just turn him on YouTube in the background and let it roll. Just listen to him. It gets me wired up. Just his passion, how much he cares. Like football's not just a game. It's like a way of life for him. And just to see him like, I got chills right now. I just get fired up thinking about Dan Campbell. That dude's a dog. He's nasty.
100%. Coach Anderson.
You know what I'm going with? Kirby Smart. I ain't even gotta say nothing else. Kirby Smart.
Well, if you're Kirby Smart, what are you doing with those traffic violations? How you handling that?
We taking keys. Everybody getting a bike from now on. or we getting them an Uber membership or something.
The biking Bulldogs.
The biking Bulldogs.
Get them all one of them little bird scooters. Just get a school sponsorship put on the side of the helmet.
Nah, they got motors in it. They'll probably crash them hoes. We going bikes.
Bicicletas. Yeah.
I'm the one that I really want to do. I'm gonna save for a special time because I don't think this coach gets mentioned enough. I'll save that for another time. I'm gonna go with the same one I did on the Lost episode, which is Rich Rodriguez. I want that one day of practice with Slayton and freaking White, and let's freaking get it. Like, I'm an option guy. I'm one of them system guys that can't coach. But I love option, man. Big option guy, and just to have that offense, man, for a day, like I think I would just have a ball, just lighting everybody up. Moving on.
My one B would be Mike Tomlin. So go ahead.
Mike Tomlin.
Yeah, he a noob. Shout out to the noobs.
Yeah. I don't know what all that means, but yeah.
That boy would be with them canes.
Yeah, Capital boy.
Candy cane, man.
Candy cane.
Yeah.
But go
ahead.
Shoulder shimmies.
No frat disrespect around here because I'm not in the frat.
I'm not.
If I was though, probably be purple and gold. That's all I'm gonna say.
My bad. I'm messing with you. I'm part of a frat. Me. I'm a watch.
Good
shoulders. Hit him with the shoulders. She was check.
Next question. We'll start with Coach Anderson because I already know Coach O's and Coach Watkins' answer. What is your top football movie and why does it hit home for you?
My name is Willie.
Hey,
man.
Yeah, man. So my top football movie is Any Given Sunday, and I don't think I appreciated it enough until I got older. But I just feel like, one, I like Jamie Foxx. He's one of my favorite actors. But to see like a black quarterback lead in a movie, I don't know, that kind of like, and I played quarterback, so that was kind of my thing. And so, yeah,
Okay.
Will it be?
Coach O?
Classic Friday Night Lights. I mean, you watch it, you go through all the emotions, and they get to the very end, they lose, and you just you get that one man tear, and you just kind of eat it. You're like, I ain't crying, but internally, it's just waterfalls, and I don't know why, but one of my favorite scenes is like in a weird way is whenever Boobie Miles finally it's over, and he's like, we practice, and I was like, oh my God, I couldn't imagine that feeling of knowing the greatness you could have had and then just to lose it. I know he still went on to play, but he was never the same player. And it's just that hits your football heart right there.
I lost in the state championship. I know exactly how he feels. I cried like a baby, boy.
Did you get kicked in the jaw?
No, I didn't.
On Mike Winchell?
I didn't. So I don't know that part, but the losing part I can resonate with. I cried in my mama's arms.
Listen, that scene tears me to pieces every time. I watch that scene with my kids in the O-line room, and we watching the movie, right? And I'm in the corner back there. Right? They're like, Coach, is you crying? I was like, can't none of y'all whoop me. Hell yeah, I'm crying, dog. Listen, I'm gonna just get mine out the way. It's Friday Night Lights for me. I probably love every football movie, from the Little Giants all the way up until I will say I'm not a big Remember the Titans fan, but
Preach.
Not
Overhyped.
a big Remember the Titans fan. It
Overhyped.
is super corny to me.
Football stopped racism? What?
Oh wait, I want to take that one back.
It stopped racism. The only next step is that it cures cancer, bro.
I like that part. I like that part.
Let me tell you something. I'd rather have racism than watch Remember the Titans.
The Bible didn't want a mile.
Listen. That movie is corny, dog.
So with your answers right now, you just put Remember the Titans under radio? Radio's a football movie.
I'd rather watch
That's a
radio.
Great movie.
I'd
Great
rather watch
movie.
radio.
This special need, this regular man playing a special needs got a whole time.
Bro, listen.
I want both.
I want
both.
I'd rather watch radio.
I think that you say, I want both.
Hey, when they in the gym, he talking about y'all think because we won a few games, we supposed to be somebody, man. We ain't nothing, man.
Man.
I mean,
off my TV.
he's right though.
Man.
Who's your daddy, Gary? You're my daddy. Yeah.
Hey, I would say my favorite one. I just watched it recently, man. Just because it's my mentality. I think I carried through outside of playing the sport. And I like the program, man. That crazy lunatic linebacker. That's how I feel every time. I'm just pissed off. I don't know. I'm just pissed off, and I'm the black dude that. Oh yeah, you the one that robbed my mama. Yeah,
you know what I would have told you? Yeah, I robbed him.
Yeah, I would have bit you on the forehead like the potato you look like. Bit you on the forehead. No, that's a good movie, man. No, but bro, you can't. Remember, they stopped racism with football.
They ain't stop no damn racism.
This movie, they stopped.
Glory
Racism.
Road stop racism.
Huh?
Glory Road stop racism.
That's a classic.
Remember the Titans, they stopped no racism.
Out here. Yeah, they stopped it when it's 10 black people in the town. I make 12. 10 black people. Yeah, we stopped racism. We just sent them all to the military and then they went to somewhere else. That was how we ended in El Paso. Nah, I'm messing with you, man.
Coach Avery?
Well, any given Sunday, and then I had to pick another one, so I was gonna pick the program, and then he took that. So, man,
Remember the Titans?
Remember the Titans was decent. Okay, would you rather watch Remember the Titans or Rudy?
Oh no!
No, Rudy. And if I was on a football team, I would have ate Rudy's lunch. I would have knocked him out. I would have made him. I would have tried to make him normal. I would have knocked him straight. He'll be a scholar by the time I'm done with him.
Now I don't know.
Yeah, Rudy's wife.
Gridiron. What was it? Gridiron
With the Rock?
Gridiron
Exactly.
Gang.
that one wasn't bad, and then
That's corny too.
Longest
Corner.
yard?
that's
Gridiron Gang. Hey, listen.
long
He
as
said,
y'all was straight.
in the Gridiron Gang, he said, man, that kid's funny. Yeah, he's funny. Was he funny when he stabbed that old lady for a purse? Shut up. None of that.
Hey,
No,
two slept on the replacements and
For sure.
the Express. That one
I
slept
still
on.
haven't seen that one with Kiki.
Oh my!
City Express.
I'm telling you, like it was Ernie. What was his last
Sam.
name? Ernie. Yeah. Oh my God! If he didn't get cancer, the Browns would have had like 4 million Super Bowls because they already had Jim Brown, and that dude was a bad man. Oh my God, that was a great.
Another honorable mention, When the Game Stands Tall. That one was good too.
I hadn't seen that one yet. I've been wanting to watch
That's
it.
a Christian movie, right?
Huh?
Is that a Christian movie?
No, that's with De La Salle. Is it De La Salle?
De La Salle.
In the
Oh
street.
yeah.
I haven't seen
Yeah.
it. I'll watch that one too.
Option football. Just throwing
That
it
one
out.
good.
Anyway, just
right.
just an
Next
option
question.
team that won a bunch of championships.
System. Can't coach. Can't coach. Can't coach.
Okay.
That's what
We got like 2 questions left. What is one thing you have to do pregame to be on your best on game night? I'll go first because I feel like mine is probably the most simple, right? I gotta take a fat dump. I got to get it out. I got to. Then I gotta go take me a long shower and be as clean as I possibly can. Like for some reason, if I'm in a game and I hadn't taken a shower, like I cannot focus. Coach Watkins, what's the routine you got?
Man, for my O-line guys this year, it ended up being I got to get about 5 pounds of candy for the O-line. So once I get my candy, man, we good. And if we lose with that candy, that bag of candy, I don't bring that candy back the rest of the season. So right now it's nerd clusters and trolley gummy worms. That's what we rocking with now. That's the win.
What's the candy that you absolutely will not bring to the game?
Well, I'm never bringing no chocolate in the middle of Texas. I ain't doing that. Like I'm digging down south or something. But I'm picking my hand out. I ain't doing that. Swedish Fish, Sour Patch Kids, Skittles, Starburst. Those are losing candies for me from last year. But I might throw them into the mix this year. We'll see.
Coach Avery?
A lot of candy.
I don't think I necessarily have a pregame ritual or routine, but I am kind of superstitious. So if we win or something, I'm wearing that until we lose. So
Do you wash it?
yeah.
You can wash the look off of it.
Hey, listen, it's hot in Texas, bro.
Coach O?
So I thought of another one I got to do. I got to get a pump in. Not like a real workout. Like I'm trying to look pretty on the sideline. Like I got to work some of that energy out. And then I got to have way too many energy drinks. I've toned it down, but when I was younger, I would have pre-workout in the morning, coffee,
Wow.
energy drink like around midday, energy drink right before the game, and then probably one at halftime. I have toned that down a lot. Now it's like,
You are going to die.
yeah. So we're down. Like we pushed that caffeine number down. My mom kept getting on to me. I was like, yeah, you're right. And then I gotta like whatever like menial task is my job. Like my previous school, it was setting up the kicking balls, and so I put 3 balls in 3 different stations, and the laces got to be one way, and the air pump holes got to be one way, and then place the towel, and it's got to be like certain ball. Like it's very meticulous, and it's weird. And we had helpers, and they're great. And they'd be like, "Coach, can we help you?" I was like, "No." They're like, "Oh, he's angry." I was like, "No, I'm locked in. I'm sorry, guys. Like, I appreciate the help, but I got to do this. Otherwise, I'm gonna be all thrown off."
Coach Anderson?
I'm about to say, Coach, no, man, you can skip all that caffeine and just go straight adrenaline shot to the chest. Golly, dog. Golly, man.
I'm wired, man. I'm crazy on Fridays.
Okay, Coach Anderson.
So for me, I gotta have a fade. I gotta get a cut. I gotta have game day fade. I gotta look pretty. I gotta have some Jordan 4s and the school colors. Or just some Jordan 4s, right? So this past year I had the Thunder 4s, the black and yellow ones. When I was at Hayes, I had the cement 4s that I would just rock because, you know. So now that I'm in a new school, it gives me an opportunity to buy some more 4s. I'll probably just go with the military blue 4s. Just call it a day.
You know, that's one.
And then
That's one of the superstitions I have. Is anytime I look over across the sideline and I see coaches with Jordans on, I ain't losing that game.
He can't coach. He can't coach. He worried about his shoes. He's too pretty. He's too pretty. He can't beat me being pretty.
I don't care who you is. I am not losing the game to nobody with Jordans on. I'm sorry.
And then like pregame when we get there and we walk the field, I have to walk to like the 50 and I stand on the 50 and then I like do a 360, like slow, just kind of take everything in. And then lastly, when we got after we do national anthem, I like while we do the national anthem, when I say my prayer, I kind of talk to my granddad a little bit and then get ready to rock.
Okay. 2 more questions. We almost done. What stadium has been your favorite stadium to play in since you've been coaching? And I'll go first there because this stadium just so happens to be my home stadium now. House Park in Austin.
The one downtown?
Yeah, man. Listen, it's an old stadium, right? You look at the box, ain't nothing pretty about it, right? But that view of downtown Austin is absolutely amazing. Like the pictures, man. The pictures, man, are absolutely just amazing, man. Coach O?
Hold on, I gotta look one up to make sure I'm right. Come back to me in a second.
Come on, Coach Watkins.
Man, we ain't been many places so far, but we played Monterey, Lubbock, Monterey. They have a really, really nice stadium. Really nice stadium.
You don't like El Paso High Stadium?
We don't play them.
No.
They're 5A. So I've seen pictures. I've never been there. But that's my bad. My best stadium is the one I used to play in. We play at UTEP every year. We play at Big Brown. We play at UTEP. Yeah, we play in the Sun Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
Right in that joint. It was weird of me. I told my kids, like, bro, it's weird. I really used to run around this thing for 4 years and never thought I'd be on the sideline coaching with a headset. So that was dope for me to go through that. That was dope.
Coach Avery?
Melissa Stadium.
Oh, that's nice.
Brand new, real nice. That one was pretty fun to play in. I really can't just pick one. It's tough because each stadium means a little something different. Terrell Stadium was nice. It's not a big stadium. It's probably, I don't know, 7,000 capacity or whatever. But it's no track, and the fans are on top. And then, like I said, it's not big enough, so it's everybody. You got to walk through the people. They all on the gate. So Terrell was pretty nice, and then Texas High, man, because Texas High, pretty big stadium, and then they put their band and they student section on your side, and so you got to listen to that the whole game. Yeah, I'll say those 3 for sure.
Yeah, I just to add on to that, like atmosphere wise, like House Park is just like a beautiful stadium. Like the view is just beautiful, but like fan wise, like Westlake's going to Westlake, like to hear how excited they get for their what they call taparels, like that was an awesome experience. And then going to Piper Stadium in San Antonio is absolutely beautiful. Last question of the day. We'll start with Coach Avery. One word that sums up who you are as a coach, or phrase. One word or phrase.
Here for the kids.
That is not one word.
He said one word or phrase. So I gave you a phrase. What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
That's a terrible phrase. Here for the kids. What you did here to do for them?
Some people really not though.
You right. You 100% right. They don't be there for the kids. I like you. Go ahead, Coach Watkins.
I'll say, man, love, man. Everything I do with love, and I think that's how God continue to bless me. Like, if it's football, being a coach, being a teacher, like I just do it out of love, and that's what kind of guide me with my passion and the way I talk. Like, doing I love, 'cause I love this sport because it gave so much to me. Like same thing with you guys. I love you guys spending your time on here, man. I just this is love. Everything I do, if my heart ain't in it, I don't do it, man. So I'll say my phrase is love. If I don't love it, I ain't gonna do it. Even if I get paid to do it, I ain't gonna do it. So whatever. If I don't love it, I ain't gonna do it. All right.
Love it, man. Love it. Coach O?
I'm gonna get my stadiums in too. Tomball Stadium, freaking gorgeous. You're inside that little whatever, I don't even know what to call it, but we played a playoff game there. It was great. And then this is gonna make two of y'all happy, and I don't even want to hear the responses, even though we got our butts whooped. That stadium at Furio was pretty sweet. Just having the big old brick stands, and our dressing room was underneath the home stands, and it's just kind of like that classic football field. My only complaint is y'all are so dang successful, and you can't get a press box to put the opposing coaches in. We had to stand on top.
Press box is trash.
The press box is not great.
It's trash.
Like, you sit there and you're sitting down 21-0 at the end of the first quarter, and you're standing on the top, and you get to hear all the fans. I'm just like, oh my God. But no, that is a sweet stadium. One word I would just say passionate. Kind of comes out as crazy sometimes, but just kind of like Coach Watkins was saying, just putting everything you got into it. Like, if I ain't 100%, I'm not going to do it, because I don't ever want to half-ass anything.
Right. Man, I love that, man. That stadium didn't look like that when we played there either. So, little slight upgrades across the board. I think one phrase that would describe me as a coach is, if not me, then who? No. I kind of take that upon myself. Like, hey, our offensive line's not very good. What are you gonna do? All right, let's bring them up early in the morning. Let's get them some hip mobility and stuff, and we'll just kind of stretch them out, make sure they can bend. That way, when they get in the weight room, they can get stronger. Let's get their core stronger, right? I'm really just if not me, if nobody's gonna do it, why not me, right? And same thing with the kids, like, here for the kids. I like that, right? Love, right? Those are things that I think really make a good coach. I could care less how much you win. Me and another one of the coaches was having a talk. One of my kids sent me a message, right? And he goes, "Would you rather have that message or would you rather win?" And I'm like, I'd rather have that message 100% of the time, about a kid telling me how much I helped him and how he wants to grow and become a coach because of what I did for him as a player, right? So, Coach Garcia, I'd rather have that kid over that championship anytime, right? And I think that's who I am. And I'm gonna make sure I want to win. There's no question. I want both. Give me the championship and give me the great relationship with the kids and help me build them, right? But I guess my phrase is, if not me, then who? That means I'm gonna do it if ain't nobody else gonna do it. And even if somebody else is gonna do it, I'm gonna help them do it. That makes sense. So that concludes the Football Nerds Lost Episode podcast. We had some great stuff. What we learned today was, remember, the Titans suck. It's a terrible movie. Okay, Coach Watkins is an angry man. All right. Coach Avery hates his offenses 100% of the time. Coach Ross, all right, is a G from Gunther, and he has no relations with the coach that I know, that he knows, and we know.
He do it.
No, but great time. Coach Anderson was fun. What I will say, the Lost episode was a great episode. I think this one was fluid, right? We lost a lot with the episode, but I think we got some good gems and some good hot takes in on this episode. So that'll conclude it.